SSP TV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr. and Ron Marchetti.
Well, the NFL draft has come and gone, and at first glance you say the guys from the local area didn't get drafted. Well, they're going to be with NFL clubs and get to show their stuff. That's the important thing, and that's the good news. So let's take a look. As we told you on Friday, we said look for Nate Eachus to get signed as soon as the draft was over, a la Henry Hynoski. And what happened with him with the New York Football Giants last year? Well, that's exactly what happened, as Eachus, the former star of the Hazleton area Cougars, state champion in wrestling here, well, he's going to be wearing the red again. I guess there's something with the red color, high school, college, right on up. The Kansas City Chiefs signed him, and he's going to be going with all of the rookies. He's going to get a chance to make the big club, and don't count him out of anything. As I said, there's a definite parallel between him and Hynoski when Hynoski came out of Pitt. So we'll be looking for Eachus, and that could be a good fit for him there in Kansas City. Now, getting that Super Bowl ring the first year like Hynoski did, I don't know about that. But first things first, it's going to give us something to watch during training camp as Nate Eachus, the local guy now, property of the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, to our south, down in hometown area, Mike Ryan, who was a two-way lineman for Stan Dukoski and the Marion Catholic Colts. Well, same deal, and he's going to be with the Cincinnati Bengals. So we're going to be watching there to see what happens. He, of course, played college football at UConn, so we're going to see if he can make it now and stick with the Bengals. But it'll give us two things to watch, as we said, during the upcoming summer workouts. Eachus with the Chiefs and Ryan with the Cincinnati Bengals. So that's about it now for football until about the middle of August, right? So we'll see what's going to happen, but good news for all of them. Springtime, it's baseball season, and close to home, we got ourselves a good one cooking down at 22nd Street today. Wyoming Valley West in town, Hazleton area desperately in need of a win, so we'll see what happens there. Meanwhile, Tamaqua is at Kutztown, Marion is at Monterey area, Jim Thorpe at North Schuylkill, and Blue Mountain under the lights in Pottsville. Softball, Wyoming Valley West, they're against Hazleton area here in town. That's not nearly as big a matchup because Valley West, hard to believe, they have just one win on the season. Jim Thorpe is at North Schuylkill, Blue Mountain, and Pottsville. Tennis action, Lehighton at Tamaqua, Blue Mountain at Pottsville. Soccer finds Hazleton at Wyoming Valley West, Kutztown, and Pottsville. That's a volleyball matchup down at Martz Hall. Hey, Russ Kanzler, all of a sudden, underneath the Mendoza line is far distant memory. 3 for 4 yesterday. His average now creeping closer to the 300 mark. That's more like Kanzler, his Columbus team. 3-2 winners over Pawtucket. Oh, incidentally, Johnny Damon stay with Columbus very brief. He's going to join the Cleveland Indians tomorrow. Meanwhile, Kyle Landis, doesn't get much better than this. 3 1/3 innings, 4 strikeouts, no hits. His ERA, a minuscule .71. His Akron team knocks off the Altoona Curve. And the baby Yankees bombed the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs yesterday. The final in that one, 8-2. Today, Pawtucket, Columbus, Binghamton at Akron, Rochester, and the Yanks, Charlotte, and the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. In Major League Baseball, the Baltimore Orioles, red hot, come into the Bronx. Seattle is at Tampa Bay. The Mets in Houston, Pirates in Atlanta, and the Phillies with a wraparound series with the Chicago Cubs. And tonight we're brought to you by our friends at Stripes and Strikes. Make the right call and get down to Stripes and Strikes because baseball season is here. Now we're talking baseball pants, jerseys, hats, gloves, bats, batting gloves, bags, catcher's equipment. You got league discounts available. All the top name brands, Wilson, Rawlings, DeMarini, and Diamond. Check it out at Stripes and Strikes, your headquarters for softball and baseball. Look for the big green awning down across from Gianetti's Best Western on Route 309 in Hazleton.
New York unveiled its newest, tallest building today, but Hazleton still has theirs. Goodbye, April. Hello, May. Hi, everybody. This is Trivia Treats, and thanks to the person who left this at my front door on Saturday. Well, this year's NFL draft is over, but let's go back to the 1983 NFL draft. Stanford University quarterback John Elway was selected as the first overall pick by the Baltimore Colts. Many have forgotten that. But Elway had publicly stated that he would refuse to join the Colts organization because he did not believe he could be successful on a team that had a record of 0-8-1 in the strike-shortened 1982 season, and they were only 2-14 in 1981. Elway, if you can remember, even threatened to play for the Yankees, who were very much interested, instead of joining the NFL if he was not traded by the Colts to another team. So, 7 days later, on May 2nd, 1983, the Colts dealt Elway to the Denver Broncos. The rest is history. John Elway went on to play 16 seasons for the Broncos while appearing in 3 Super Bowls, 2 on the winning side, and 9 Pro Bowls. Also, 51 years ago, ABC's Wide World of Sports made its debut. The year was 1961. The first feature was the Drake Relays from Drake University in Des Moines, Iowa. Jim McKay served as host for the program's inception for 25 years until 1986. Then McKay appeared occasionally until the popular show ended its weekly run in 1998. How could we ever forget the opening sequence of that show, which is still now a famous phrase, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Exactly 40 years ago in 1972, Coach Adolph Rupp, the Grand Baron of Kentucky basketball for 42 years, was forced to give up coaching because of a Kentucky state law that required mandatory retirement at age 70. Rupp's teams compiled an 875-190 record while winning 27 SEC titles, 4 national championships, and 1 NIT title. Also, 40 years ago in 1972, the NCAA announced that freshmen would be eligible to play football and basketball at major colleges and universities. The freshman restrictions were removed from all other sports 2 years previously. And finally, today was a sad day around here, especially in the Heights section of town. A wonderful and genuine priest and man who was quite a Yankee fan was laid to his final resting place, Father Pat Janello, gone at the age of 54. Channel 13 sincerest condolences to his family, friends, and all of his parishioners. Till Friday.